Bom dia, guys. Buenos dias. Good morning. It's a beautiful, rainy, cloudy day here in Central Coast, New South Wales, Australia. So I'm very pleased to have so many beautiful faces around so we can all sing together. And the songs that I'm going to be bringing this morning, these songs are going to be songs that can evoke the frequency and the spirit of joy. And it is a state of being, because we do recognize things around us based on what we are. And if you are in the spirit of joy, it's more likely that everything around you will be joy. So these songs, they can bring this specific frequency of, of joyful vibes. And as I was sharing just before I started recording here, when I was selecting these songs to sing this morning, I got myself into a place of, okay, what exactly is this these joyful vibes? And I had the idea that happy is joyful, but in the music language, some happy songs can go too much to the side of happiness and become even cheesy. Like, I did play this song in a gathering before. I'm gonna share with you guys. We're not gonna share the whole song. Just wanna bring you the frequency so you guys can have a feeling of what it is. But like, when you get into like those kind of more cheesy songs, would be something like this. Every little cell in my body is happy. Every little cell in my body is well. Every little cell in my body is happy. Every little cell in my body is well. I'm so happy. Every little cell in my body is happy and well. I'm so happy. Every little cell in my body is happy and well. It's not exactly joyful. It's you know, you can weave some frequency of happiness. Be careful with these cheesy songs in these gatherings because they can take people out of their process and their journeys, and it literally like you're getting people with like from these deep waters and like, hey, let's find joy, and it can be very forced. If there are people deep in the processings and you bring this kind of vibe, it kind of take them out a little bit, and they can either join you in this or they can go into like, oh my god, I'm not sure what's happening here right now, and can go into confusion and even like a little bit of frustration and anger. But joyful songs, I noticed that it has a lot to do with ecstasy, the collective ecstasy. That is my reference point for the joyful vibes. It's a frequency that lives within music that we can connect with. Sometimes when we do sing together as a group, and you find those songs that just keep building up, building up, building up, you get into a place that is really tricky to stop the song. Don't know if you guys have ever experienced that, but sometimes when you are in this context and you're singing together in a singing circle with people, and then eventually that song stops and everyone just look to everyone around and it's kind of, what just happened here? There's a unity, a perception that we are all sharing in that space. That is the magic that music can bring. And the music can bring the magic with compassion, with grief, with sadness, with ecstasy in this case as well. So I'm gonna do my best to try to exemplify and bring a little bit of that to you guys. Let's see how this is gonna go. So I'm feeling to maybe just share the screen with you guys and we can all sing together some of these songs. Some of the songs are going to be in Portuguese, and some of the songs are going to be in English. And there's songs here as well in the indigenous language, but yeah, so we can have a taste. I was correcting the chords, so there's some marks on the screen as well. So the first one that I got, just to warm up here with you guys, is going to be this one here. Maybe before I jump into the song, just letting you guys where these songs are coming from. These songs, that most of the songs actually that we're going to be singing today, they are coming from these books. They're song books. Mine are a little bit kind of well used, like this one, for example. Opa, that's the cover and that's the book. Yeah. So these books come from a work called Dreaming Arts. It's Ciranda work from a dear brother called Lore, and he compiled these books. He organized this, and it was a big part of my journey with music. When I arrived here in Australia, and I was traveling around, and then I ended up meeting him, and he has been preparing these books, these songs, for years. He has been studying there in Brazil with Carioca, and it was a very important teacher in my life, just to receive all these songs and like, oh my God, like there are probably like 150 songs, no, 100 and something songs on each of these books, and they're all beautiful medicine songs. So this got me into this process of learning more and more and more about medicine songs. So some of these that we're going to be singing today, they are coming from these books. And some are coming from the research that I did, my travelings to the Amazon, and yeah, different fields. So the first one that I would like to bring for you guys, and I'm feeling to just keep this very chill, as if you guys are here in my house. We just lit the fire, we had some warm soup there for us, so we can all share the beautiful space together. Yeah, no pressure. Yeah. So these songs, like all of them, you can kind of build up from a place of like more chill vibes into ecstasy. Like a finger picking that always works with these songs is the classic, like thumb, index, mid, ring, thumb, index, rhythmic, thumb, thumb, index, rhythmic, thumb, index, rhythmic, strong wind, deep water, thought real on fire. I can feel it in my body, I can feel it in my soul. I can feel it in my body, I can feel it in my soul. Strong wind. No, that's not a good key. Let's change the key. Sorry guys. Let's try. That's an interesting thing as well, and we will learn this as we go. To be able to create like a joyful vibe, or even to feel, to be able to create that in the space, the one thing that I learned is that I need to be in a joyful frequency. So I need to resonate that in myself. So when I bring this into the space, this can come from this source, this energy that I'm vibrating in myself. And choosing the right key for the song is a very important part of this. Strong, strong wind, deep water, let's see. I can feel it in my body, I can feel it in my soul. So this already sits a little bit better in my voice. So for you guys that maybe sometimes you are selecting the songs and you're just getting the chords from the internet, like do a little bit of an exploration, play with the capo up and down to feel what really lands in your body. Because if you don't have that ecstasy in your body, as I was playing just before, like I could feel like, oh, my voice, I don't know, shall I stay on that high range, but I don't feel very comfortable. That discomfort will ripple to the room. So just find that stillness. And as you sing the songs, let's try again. Strong wind, deep water, tall tree, warm fire. I can feel it in my body. I can feel it in my soul. I can feel it in my body. I can feel it in my soul. Strong wind, deep water, tall tree, warm fire. I can feel it in my body. I can feel it in my soul. I can feel it in my body. I can feel it in my soul. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Strong wind, deep water, tall tree, warm fire. I can feel it in my body. I can feel it in my soul. I can feel it in my body. I can feel it in my soul. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Strong wind, deep water, cold tree, tall deep warm fire. I can feel it in my body. I can feel it in my soul. I can feel it in my body. I can feel it in my soul. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Strong tree, deep water, tall tree, warm fire. I can feel it in my body. I can feel it in my soul. I can feel it in my body. I can feel it in my soul. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I'm gonna run you guys through my process and what's going on with me right now. So, as I was singing, I noticed that there was a better key to sing this song. So that got my energy. I was like, damn, you know. So I don't know if you guys can feel that, but I know where the song can go. So there is a lack of accepting where the space is. So in order to bring it back, and this happens sometimes in journeys, like holding space for other people, like this would just like kind of, it's it's a cramp, have like cramp in your legs. Oh, I can't really walk properly because it's there, and depending on the angle of your leg, the thing comes back. So there is a way of stretch this body, this energetical and this creative field that we can create when things doesn't really align with the expectations that I have, that we do create about things, in order for us to drop into creative flow. So if I feel like something like this is happening in a space, like I would try to find a song that would be like a second skin, song that I can sing easily, that I don't have to think a lot to sing. Let me just stop sharing the screen here. Stop sharing. Yeah. So I'm gonna be guiding you guys through a little bit of what I would do for myself if I need to bring myself back into my body and get out of my mind. Like the chords that you play can be any chords. I'm choosing two chords. I'm choosing the G and the C, only because they're very easy. And the intention to do this for myself is to find a place where I can flow. So I'm going to be guiding you guys as I'm guiding myself right now, so I can drop into this place and we can all drop in together. So just focus on your breath. Tune into your body. Find a place where your body feels comfortable as you're scanning your body around. Find if there's any tension. Sometimes they stay in your jaws, sometimes they can live in your shoulders. As you breathe in, there is a subtle frequency, the quality of presence that can allow you to perceive the cold air coming through your nostril. And as you tune into the sensation of your nostril receiving this air, dropping back into sensations, back into what you can feel in this present moment. Let's all just breathe in together, a long breath and a sigh on the out. So breathe in. Just breathe in and breathe out. Noticing the quality of the frequency around you, your perspective, your awareness. So from this place of stillness, as you find yourself more relaxed, let's try to weave a little bit of joy into this space. So a way to weave joy into this space. A beautiful way to do that is to connect with memories. So tune into a memory that you have, a very joyful memory. Like for me, for example, I have beautiful memories of surfing. Those moments that I just got out of the wave and I'm just like, oh my God, what just happened here? And even the thinking about that bring tears into my eyes. The joy is so big. The presence, the ecstasy is so big. And I know that I can bring that back into this space through the memories that I hold in my body. They can transform the space for myself, anchoring myself in this blissful joy again. And a way to anchor this through your creative process is to sing. But as you sing, visualize that. Teleport yourself into that space that is a joyful place for you. So you're weaving that memory in the music. You're weaving your magic into the space. So when you're singing, it's not just a mechanical repetition, it's not just chords and notes. You're bringing feelings. A way to start is with a gentle hum. Expand the melody around this hum as well. Exercise staying on that moment. Keep weaving the magic of the joy that you had until this moment became as joyful as that one. Use this as a bridge to anchor this kind of frequency. Use your memories to become what you feel. And until you can be that you can feel, until you can stop thinking about what you should feel and start to actually be that feeling. Just keep teleporting. Bring yourself back into that moment. In myself I can bring more details, the texture of the water, the feeling that I had when I hear friends screaming like, yeah, go for it. This helped me to anchor that in this present moment. And just keep weaving and just dropping back into your body, feeling to what's the quality of the space around you, tuning to the sounds around you. Maybe you have the ocean, a beautiful view of the ocean. Maybe you have some birds. Maybe have your partner cooking breakfast in the kitchen. Tuning to the joy that you can find around you as well. And notice that we are what we can see. We choose through which lens we're gonna be perceiving reality. And memories are a good way to tune into a different lens when we need to, and weave a spell for ourselves and for everyone around. Yeah. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I do feel much more relaxed. And this took us maybe 10 minutes to drop into this space together and sing a little bit. There's something about flow, about creative flow. There is a bridge, like this energetical bridge with this creative field. And I know that when this bridge is working, when this energy is moving, there are things that sometimes I'm not even aware that I'm holding on myself. That as soon as I finish the song, I'm kind of, oh, damn, I feel lighter. And for me, it's clear that something got moved. So I have more capacity to hold space, have more capacity to sing, to play, to be more gentle, to create more patience. Yeah. So we're gonna keep singing. Keep singing. So more songs that I can share with you guys. Yeah, there's one. Then another way to weave this magic into the space is to bring in songs that can call meaningful things for you. As I shared before, like I'm basically running you guys through my process right now. Because as soon as I opened it live, I felt a little bit of, oh, I'm a little bit wobbly. So I'm calling centeredness and flow with this song that I just did. And now I'm gonna call the spirits that I connect with, call the forest, call like the hummingbird, call the sacred mother. I'm gonna bring a little bit of that into the space for us, for myself, but at the same time for us, so I can keep weaving that joy. Because as I mentioned before, like, joy is a state of being, and I cannot offer what I don't have. So if I'm not resonating in joy, and I'm expecting the space to become joyful, there is a little bit of a conflict there. Joy will come from inside. For me to be able to see the space as joyful and invite people to become that frequency as well, I need to drop into that frequency. And then you have like tools, like these ones that I'm sharing with you guys. Yeah, there's many others that I could go into, but let's stick with music. So next song. Okay. This song that I'm going to share with you guys now is a Portuguese song. And is basically calling the stars to lead the way. And remembering that I am small, like, and I came here to pray with love. Just a reminding for myself about what I'm doing here. And all the strength that is coming from the jungle, we came here together to sing. Humble, always humble and singing with our hearts. And then we fly. We're flying high on the wings of a hummingbird. The white canary of sacred mother, singing the light I go. and I fly very high, and through this sing I'm cutting through the veil of illusion, and all the illusion we can free ourselves from. Eu chamo as estrelas do céu para vir iluminar o meu caminho. Eu chamo as estrelas do céu allow yourself to tune into that frequency, you could almost feel the frequency of Mother Nature arriving. Sometimes it comes through a little bit of a tingle, feelings in my hands, maybe around you as well. The buzzing energy that comes from singing these songs. The songs of evocation. There's also an exercise of visualization as you sing these songs, to be able to evoke them in your visions. This can help for this to land in the space. Whoosh. These songs, like these Honey Queen songs, you're gonna get back into singing in a second. But these songs, like in the Honey Queen tradition, we spoke a little bit about that last week. But in the Honey Queen tradition, they have songs that will bring the force, songs that will change the force, and songs that will send the force away. Yubachanima, Dautibuya, Kayatibus. Each of these has a very specific frequency. But when you tune into the melody, like the musical part of this, they look very similar. They look very similar. And when I was living there, I am very intrigued by that. And one of the reasons why I went there was because of music. Like, I sat in many ceremonies before where from the whole night someone was singing, or like there was a playlist happening, there was like one song that would stick out. I was like, oh, what's that one? I would check it out later. That was Honey Queen. Okay. And months later, that would happen again. Like, from the whole night, one song would come in. What's that? That's Honey Queen. So that's what led me there, to live there with them. And as they sing these songs, they can bring the energy. They can move that, and they can move that away. But they sound very similar. I was like, how do you guys do that? You know, because it's very similar. And as I was staying there and I was getting some lessons from them, understanding how to weave those songs, they mentioned to me that it's all about the intention. It's all about where you are in the moment when you're singing, when you're visualizing that in your head, when you're doing the dietas with them there. Part of this diet is for you to train your thoughts. You're dieting in thoughts as well, what you're consuming with your mind. Not just with what you choose to eat. You have like a very strict diet when you're living there, when you're doing this process of immersive dives in the jungle. And through this process, they also invite you to train this monkey brain that is programmed to go into specific kinds of thoughts in this like rewarding system, either chemically or like socially. We go into these thoughts because we can connect with dynamics that will provide something that we need. And when you don't have those social dynamics, or you don't have anybody around, just the projections of those are around you in that moment, the thoughts are still playing. But you can see them playing without having the outcome. So you're cleaning, you have the opportunity to clear these thoughts. So when they're singing these songs, after going through all this preparation, they can really keep a very firm intention through the whole song. And when they're calling spirit for the length of that song. And sometimes the length of that song is like 15 minutes. So they are in their memories, in their reference of what is to call that spirit. Regardless if it's some like animal from the jungle, or the stars, or the moon, or the sun, or evoking healing, There are different kinds of ways that they do that. But it all comes back into intention and where you are when you're singing. So I'm gonna bring one of these songs from the jungle there, so we can sing a little bit of that as well. This is from a tribe called Yawanawa. And chord-wise, it's just G, A minor, and C. I'm gonna play a little bit different than the version that is here, but it's a good reference point. Baite, 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 minha nuita waira, oi, 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 nandeura. Baite, 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 minha nuita waira, oi, 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 nandeura. Baite, 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 minha nuita waira. So these songs, for me, they do bring joy, you know. It's the kind of song that I do have memories. After the song's finished, you look around, it's kind of, wow, just happened here. Spiritually, physically, like magically, there's some different spells in these ancient songs. Like these ancient songs, they are connected to a place in the astral that is very clear and has been nourished with these intentions for generations sometimes. So that's one thing that I try to do as well. Like if I'm singing these songs, I'm bringing the reverence for them with my intention, with my energy. That would not be a song that I would sing in a context that I feel that would not be receiving it, you know. So I know that I can keep this crystalline energy through my way of expressing these songs as well. We are gonna be going to a few other songs, but before we go into these songs, I just want to share with you guys a little bit of what's coming next. In like these 3 sessions that we had here, first one was about love, so songs that can connect us with love. And if you guys were around or if you guys watched the recording, those songs were not songs that were like strumming all the time. They have a different kind of quality, different chords that I would bring that can help us to feel that, to be on that frequency. Second one was jungle songs, so it's kind of this. But I explore a bunch of those like Yawanawa, Guaranese, Honey Queen songs. And then this third one is about joy. And from the next weeks, actually in 2 weeks, I'm going to be opening a program. I'm going to start the class. The program is already open for those that wants to jump on board, but I'm starting a class that will take, it's a program that will take 12 weeks. This program is about medicine songs. And for us to explore these medicine songs, these journeys of connecting with our hearts. Each of these songs is a gateway that you can go inside. You can go inside through your expression, through your way of connecting with different instruments, in the way that you feel that is unique to you, and what these feelings will lead you to jump into different space, to sing different sounds, and open this creative freedom. When you connect to this creative freedom, this will ripple effect in your creative expression in many ways in your life. Sometimes ways that you're not even aware that they could be possible. In the way that you hold yourself with patience, with love, with joy. Because as you're creating the path in music, you can create ways of weaving life as well, different ways. You're opening up your field for creativity, and this will ripple effect in a very positive way. So this 12-week program, I'm gonna go very, very quickly here with you guys, so we can get back into singing. But basically part of this program, let me just share here. If you guys are curious about that, I'm gonna send again like on the WhatsApp group and probably on the email for you guys. You're gonna find this page, a little bit of the methodology that I have been developing and what we're gonna be taking a look into every single week, from like songs from Africa to exploring these major vibes, like understand a little bit of the music theory around it, how to weave that, how to incorporate that in your body. We have special guests coming in between the blocks of 4 lessons. So I have 4 lessons, 1 special guest, 4 lessons, 1 special guest. And the resource, this is like an extra fee, because the resource that comes from this will go straight to them. And this is open for other people to come on board as well. these lessons from the program, the 12-week lessons, this is only for those that commit with the whole program. And we're studying Santo Daime songs as well, exploring songs from the Amazon jungle. So there's a nice range. And these songs, they have like the tabs for you guys to take a look. The videos are made in a way that is as digestible as possible, in the way that I created this. Yeah. So you guys can take a look later there. There's a form of payments. You can pay in 3 times of 180. Yeah. And apart from the, let me go here. So as you get in, you're gonna have access to this platform here with like the lesson of the week. Every week you receive access to one different lesson. So this first one here is praying for Iemanjá. So there is a little bit of an exploration around the context of the songs, how to play that, the melody. We go slowly into the melody, variations for finger pickings, variations for strumming, and then we sing together. And everything has all the chords and lyrics, so it's very easy to embrace this journey and expand into different parts of your musical exploration, depending on where you are. So there's many other videos and materials, documentaries, articles, PDFs, books that I translated. Like this week here, the first week, for example, because we're talking about Iemanjá, I got like a few of the books that I have here and translated some of those parts that talks specifically about Iemanjá, so you can have a little bit of a context of where this is coming from. And yeah, trying to develop the material that I would love to have received 10 years ago when I start expanding to these realms of medicine music, to have more understanding of, okay, if I'm singing this into a space where my conscious is super open and I'm expanded in this space, what I'm actually calling, what is the context of this song. And because every group is unique, I developed a different Padlet. Padlet is kind of a platform where I just drag and drop everything that we are talking during the classes and extra materials as well. So apart from all this that you have access to, every week I go and upload a little bit of extra material here that comes from the Zoom lessons, because we also have a Zoom lesson just like this one here. We gather every week on Tuesday mornings. We gather every week on Tuesday mornings, same as what we're doing here from 8 a.m. It's gonna be around like 9:30, 10, depending on the class. But the classes are recorded as well, so you have access to all the recorded classes, and I always put them here on the platform for you to have everything organized in one space. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it from this platform. So I'm very excited about starting this new program, because this is the first time I'm going to be running the term 3 as well. Like, this is the term 1 that I shared with you guys. But as soon as you finish term 1, you can jump into term 2. So there's that whole thing developed for term 2. And then as soon as you finish term 2, there's term 3. There's whole thing for term 3 as well. So in total, this has 52 weeks of developed material. That for me is a really good journey for you to connect with what is medicine music and how to weave this into your life through your expression, through your learning of new instruments. And the message that comes from these songs, they're beautiful. Weaving love, singing with, being humble as you sing, connecting with the spirits of your land, connecting with the stars, with the moon. Yeah, like prayers from Hawaii, like we sing Ho'oponopono as well. There's one class that we go into that lesson. So it's good vibes from what I can see. And I would love to have some of you guys on board. I'm going to be sending the links there on the WhatsApp and on your emails as well. But basically this is what I've been creating for this past year and a half that this project has been happening. So okay, let's go into maybe 2 other songs, and then we can close this meeting. Okay, I have one that we can all sing together. Let's take a look into this one here. Yeah. So this is gonna be A minor, that goes to D minor, A minor, A minor, and hold A minor, and then D minor, get back to A minor, and then A minor, that goes to G, and then to F, and then to E, and again A minor, that goes to G, and then to F, and then to E. Is the heartbeat of the universe, is the silence in our soul, is the joy that makes every moment new, is the bliss when we are whole. Is the heartbeat of the universe, is the silence in our soul, it is the joy that makes every moment new, is the bliss when we are whole. Oh, Shanti, oh Shanti, Shanti, oh, oh Shanti, oh Shanti, Shanti, oh. Is the heartbeat of the universe, is the silence in our soul, is the joy that makes every moment new, is the bliss when we are whole. It is the heartbeat of the universe, is the silence in our soul, is the joy that makes every moment new, is the bliss when we are whole. Oh, Shanti, oh Shanti, Shanti, oh, oh Shanti, oh Shanti, Shanti, oh. Is the heartbeat of the universe, is the silence in our soul, is the joy that makes every moment new, is the bliss when we are whole. It is the heartbeat of the universe, is the silence in our soul, it is the joy that makes every moment new, is the bliss when we are whole. Oh, Shanti, oh Shanti, Shanti, oh, oh Shanti, oh Shanti, Shanti, oh. Is the heartbeat of the universe, is the silence in our soul, it is the joy that makes every moment new, is the bliss when we are whole. It is the heartbeat of the universe, is the silence in our soul, it is the joy that makes every moment new, is the bliss when we are whole. Cha, 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 cha. I know that the song is bringing that frequency of ecstasy when it's really hard to stop it. It's like you get into a flow that this song can just go for another 5 minutes, and I wouldn't mind. I love this one. Let's sing this one a little bit. So this is a song that came from Mapu Huniquin. Was one of the first like Huniquin songs that got out of the jungle through him and through his journey. Right now this guy is recording like tracks with Alok and doing like big concerts in like huge stages and going to like the conference of ONU and even to the Oscar, like or Grammy was like he just cut through. Basically he cut through in terms of what people understand as like a mainstream. But this one is one of his songs, and it's simple as well. It's like just 3-4 chords. D that go to A minor and goes to C and back to A minor. Eu venho lá da floresta com meu mensageiro, mensageiro do amor. Eu venho lá da floresta com meu canto de amor. Sou índio mensageiro, mensageiro do amor. Sou índio mensageiro, eu venho da floresta. Eu vou te proteger com meu arco e minha flecha. Sou índio mensageiro, eu venho da floresta. Eu vou te proteger com meu arco e minha flecha. Trago a paz no coração, paz é tua reflexão com o som do meu violão. Essa é minha tradição. Trago a paz no coração, paz é tua reflexão com o som do meu violão. Essa é minha tradição. Peço a minha mãe Marinha, mãe de todas as belezas. Todo tempo eu peço a ela, ela é minha fortaleza. Peço a minha mãe rainha, mãe de todas as belezas. Todo tempo eu peço a ela, ela é minha fortaleza. Oh, Hush. Yeah. Just before we go into closing this and singing one song to close, so in terms of songs of joy, I noticed that it has to do with the BPM. There's a decent amount of that is the speed. Like some of these songs, they are around like 140, 150 BPM, which is not something that you find very often in music. A trick that I found that can help sometimes for you to figure out if this song, of course, there's hundreds and thousands of variations of this, but when you have that, there's a groove, kind of a tum cha 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 tum cha cha tum cha tum cha cha tum cha tum cha cha. Like if your song can fit on that groove, you are around that tempo, you know, like the is the heartbeat of the universe, is the silence in our soul. So that, you know, strong wind, deep water, tall trees, warm fire. I can feel it in my body, I can feel it in my soul. It's like caboclo das matas, das cachoeiras, das pedras, das pedreiras, das ondas do mar. Cabocla guerreira, mensageira da paz e harmonia, saudade e Oxalá. Caminha em beleza, caminha em paz, caminhar em beleza, caminhar em paz. Tudo és minha família, és minha família. Eia, 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 tudo, és minha família. Yeah, it's not always like this, of course. There are songs that will not fit on this rhythm, and they are joyful as well. But I found that if you can bring this tum cha cha tum cha tum cha cha, there is a chance that people will lift the vibes, and you can weave more of this high frequency. As I shared in the beginning, it's important to find a place that your voice is comfortable to sing. Otherwise, the way that I relate with this, I find that I'm kind of just hitting on the ceiling of something. It's kind of trying to go further, but I can't because the tension that comes when my voice is on the edge of my range, it's something that can push that joy, that energy, that momentum on the space. Of course, I wouldn't be singing that on that place in my range if I want to sing like a love song or like a comforting grief kind of song. I would find a place in my voice that my voice is comfortable, that I can create that comfort. But like when you're excited, like people are like cheering and screaming and like they bring the voice into a place that is almost on the edge of what the voice could express. So there is a little bit of that as well in terms of joyful songs.
Can I ask a question about the voice that you were just talking about?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, because when a lot of those songs, it's just like I'm either trying to sing high or low, and I can't quite sing high enough or low enough. Does that make sense? So I'm not quite able to, is that
Get
okay?
deeper.
Yeah, yeah,
That's my answer for you.
yeah.
Just go around, play up, play down, and find a place that your voice is comfortable.
And
Eventually, you're gonna find a place that your voice is just like, oh, that feels right, that feels good, and just stick with that.
and so if someone else is playing and leading and you're not quite able to match, you just kind of, I guess, say low or high, like you just harmonize the best you can.
Yeah, you can harmonize, you can create different melodies on that, but harmonize the best as you can, yeah. Because that song you're not leading, you can just like, but you can weave the magic and the joy and the energy and like soak yourself in the space and just sing from that place without having the responsibility of having to cut through any heaviness that in the space, because sometimes the space is quite heavy and you do have to cut through. Yeah. Well, guys, um, before we close this, like, and sing another song, maybe we can sing the Familia song. It's a good one. Is there anybody that would like to share a little bit of how was this morning for you guys, or if you have been doing these programs, maybe share a little bit of how was this experience for you so far, your relationship with medicine music. Just to open the space for a little bit of a sharing as well, so we can all know a little bit more about each other.
Yeah, I'm happy to share a little bit. Um,
Oh,
so lovely to wake up like this. Not many things can pull me out of bed at 8 a.m. apart from beautiful Luis and the music, and it just feels really nice to drop into the frequency of medicine music because it's something that I don't really have enough of in my life. Don't really have that community here in the physical in Melbourne. And just the songs and the melodies and all the words being shared, it just takes me right back to this beautiful heart space and this place of prayer, which I value so much in my life. So I'm feeling so just fulfilled with this morning and yeah, excited to dive deeper with the program.
amazing. There are some moments in life that you meet someone that is a special being, and this doesn't happen very often because the moments that you know that this happened, you found like one of the shiny stars that come into this planet, and you're like, oh, I can see the star shining through your eyes. This guy is one of them for me. Like when we met, I was just like, dude, you have something special. And I do hold that in my heart with a lot of respect and love, man. Anything that this guy is creating, I do invite you guys to attend, to be around, because he has a very, very special frequency, very loving vibe. So thank you so much, bro.
Right back at you.
I'll share a little bit, brother. So I've just finished the term 2 of Beyond Sounds as well, which has been a massive journey for myself. It was not something I was looking for or even expected to find, but when I fell into it, it just felt so right. And I can remember after the first class, just this feeling that I left with of like, oh my God, I'm meant to be here. Um, this is just so perfect. And throughout the past, I guess it's been almost 6 months, the embrace and the love and support that I've felt from Louise has been second to none. So for anyone who is on the fence, deciding, should I do this, should I not, I highly recommend that you just take the leap of faith and just fall into Louise's arms and let him support you, let him guide you, let him share and teach, as it's what he does best. So thank you all for being here this morning, friends, and I hope that you enjoy the journey that is to come.
I'd love to share a little thing if I can.
Of course.
There was a beautiful moment. I was just on my way driving to work, and it was just at the beginning of the meditation. And you were like, just have a look around you, take in all of your senses. And I think you said something along the lines of, you are what you see around you. And as I'm driving over the bridge, there's this beautiful rainbow that just opens out into the sky. And I was like, yes, I am joy. There's a lovely manifestation of the joy. So thank you.
That's amazing. Thanks for sharing.
Lewis, hi. Thank you so much for showing us how you didn't feel connected at the very beginning and how you went into then the 2 chords that led you into flow. That was exquisite, that lesson of you showing us how to do that. I really enjoyed it and I got so much out of it, and it's something that I'm going to use definitely as a tool. There are so many ways of going in, but that one and bringing in the joy and bringing in a memory, beautiful. I really, really enjoyed it. Thank you so much for that.
My pleasure. Yeah, it happens, and I was very, yeah, when that happened, I have I've been there before a bunch of times, especially in ceremonies, and just feeling the pressure of having to be something for someone else. And I got taken by that and got consumed by that and went to the floor from that space. So because I've been there on the floor a bunch of times, as soon as I start to see that the judging in myself is starting to point the fingers and say, this is not good enough, this is not good enough. Like I have been developed the capacity to just like zoom out and say, hey, here you are, come here, let's have a tea together, let's sing 2 chords, and have a dialogue with that judging side of me and say, what do you think about this chord here? Hey, what about this note here? With the innocence and curiosity of a child, because the child would just be exploring the chords without having to say, this is right, this is wrong, And I use that as a tool to bring myself back. And I don't know about you guys, but the feeling that I have right now, in comparison to the feeling that I had as soon as I got in, that I was a little bit buzzing and a little bit stressed with some things that are going on. I was like, oh, what's happening here? And yeah. And even during the session, like people popping up and commenting here, like I can see how that creates a tail of, it imprints in my expression, and I have to deal with that. For example, there was someone that put their hands up, and for like half of the song, I was thinking about, okay, I need to put that, and then I made some mistakes on the chorus. Like, Dad, stop thinking about that, just get back to the song. And in this sacred space, what happens sometimes is that it's a magic that will open a gate for communication beyond the words. And sometimes when I close my eyes, I feel into my body, I feel sensation that maybe it's not just mine, it's a collective creation or an individual manifestation. And that can get into when I'm playing the song as well. So to be able to, again, just zoom out and say, okay, that's coming from that person, that's good. What I'm getting from this, why am I resonating with this? and at the same time that you're singing, you're processing your stuff. So this tool of connecting with your breath, anchoring yourself in a memory that is related to the frequency that you want to weave. In this case was joy, but I do have like gates for compassion, gates for love, gates for acceptance. I do have these gates in my field that for me are ways that I can bring that into the space and weave that through music. Yeah, it's a nice thing to cultivate.
Can I?
Of course, bring it on.
I just want to say a big thank you. It was like amazing experience. One of those gifts that we need and we don't know how to find, and it just arrived. And it's funny how when I was about to say that to you, you just mentioned a lot of things of why I've been holding myself to go back into music and into healing, into my groups, those judgments, and like I can even feel my throat, holding to express like, oh, I have to go back there. Like I feel that I need to go back there because that's what I'm meant for. But I've been holding myself because of all of this. And since the first class I'm not comfortable with vulnerability. So I turn it off, the camera, and then I let it out because it's been healing since the first note. Like you play the first note and I start crying. And then sometimes I try to jump in and then participate, but I couldn't because I still feel myself being hindered in the process. So I just want to say that there's no word to describe the healing space that you created for me and in this moment of my life. So I hope I can see you and give you a hug in person because it's life-changing. That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Well, guys, if you do feel to share anything else, please send that on the group for us. I'm gonna open the group a little bit later after the session here for us to share if you have anything else that you want to share, or always you can send me a direct message as well. Yeah, let's sing one extra song for us to finish this gathering. Let's see. Tida Família is a good one that we can sing. It's a simple one. So let's see what is there. Oh, that's a nice one as well. Okay. So this has 2 songs, 2 chords. It's like caminar en beleza, caminar en paz, caminar en beleza, caminar en paz. Todo es mi familia, todo es mi familia, familia. Todo es mi familia, todo es mi familia. Todo es sagrado, plantas y animales, todo es sagrado, montaña, selva y mar. Todo es mi familia. Todo es mi familia, familia. Todo es mi familia. Todo es mi familia. Ea, 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 ho. Ea, 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 ho. Todo es mi familia, familia. Todo es mi familia. Todo es mi familia, familia. Todo es mi familia. Hey, ea, 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 ho. Ea, 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 ho. Todo es mi familia. Todo es mi familia, familia. Todo es mi familia. Todo es mi familia. Caminar en beleza, caminar en paz, caminar en beleza, caminar en paz. Todo es mi familia, familia. Todo es mi familia. Todo es mi familia, familia. Todo es mi familia. Todo es sagrado, plantas y animales. Todo es sagrado, montañas, selva y mar. Todo es mi familia. Todo es mi familia, familia. Todo es mi familia. Todo es mi familia. Ea, 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 ho. Hey, ea, 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 ho. Todo es mi familia. Todo es mi familia, familia. Todo beleza, caminhar em paz. Tudo és minha família, tudo és minha família, família. Tudo és minha família, tudo és minha família. Todo é sagrado, plantas e animais, todo é sagrado, plantas e animais. Tudo és minha família, tudo és minha família, família. Tudo és minha família, tudo és minha família. Aê, 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 aô, aê, 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 aô. Tudo és minha família, tudo és minha família, família. Tudo és minha família, tudo és minha família. Aê, 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 aô, aê, 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 aô. Tudo és minha família, tudo és minha família, família. Tudo és minha família, tudo és minha família. Caminhar em beleza, caminhar em paz, caminhar em beleza, caminhar em paz. Tudo és minha família, tudo és minha família, família. Tudo és minha família, tudo és minha família. Aê, 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 aô, aê, 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 aô. Tudo és minha família, tudo és minha família. Tudo és minha família, tudo és minha família. Aê, 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 aô, aê, 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 aô. Tudo és minha família, tudo és família, família. Tudo és minha família, tudo és minha família, família. Aê, 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 aô, aê, 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 aô. Tudo és minha família, tudo és minha família, família. Tudo és minha família, tudo és minha família. Aê, 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 aô, aê, 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 aô. Tudo és minha família, tudo és minha família, família. Tudo és minha família, tudo és minha família, família. Tudo és minha família, tudo és minha família, tudo és minha família. Eita cuia, e assim, we are all family, we are all related. Tudo és minha família. Ixi. Ei, ei. Well, my friends, thank you so much for coming here this morning to co-create this. Yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate your presence and the joy that you guys bring to this space and the singing and the energy that we can co-create here right now. So to officially close this, I'd like to invite us all to do a little bit of a spreading the vibes, spreading this love and this feeling that we are connecting with right now. So the way that we do this is literally unmuting all the microphones at the same time and watching the chaos of the feedback and you guys just send this love out. That's basically it. Now count 3 and we do it. 1, 2, 3. Send the love out.
Denise, we love you.
Oh, the beauty. See you guys next time. Hush, hush, hush.
Yeah.